Hello everybody, Drifty here from Driftwood Gaming, and RPG Maker MV has got its first major update. We're looking at 1.1 right now, so let's go over some of the Steam updates and take a look at some of the things that they've changed and what you can do to update your existing projects so that they are up to date. So we're just going to go through the Steam update notes. RPG Maker MV 1.1 is out with many fixes and additions. So in order to update your files, what you do is create a new project, copy the old JS files except for the plugins.js to overwrite your existing ones in your current project. And we're going to do this after the patch notes so I can show you what to do and what not to do to update your games. So let's go over some of the fixed issues that they've done in here. They fixed the paste last bug in the animation editor. Okay. They've fixed canvas mode for parallax bug. They've fixed some of the face set distortions when you're changing resolutions. I didn't notice that, but apparently some people have. Fixed the battle crash with the damage box being empty. I noticed a lot of other bugs too. If you don't declare your variables when you do damage, if you have like incorrect formula, it'll do 0, and even after that, it'll continue to do 0 on that enemy, even with skills that are have an appropriate damage formula. So they might have fixed some other bugs, but they definitely fixed the crash. Fixed the monitor FPS issue. This is going to help so many people because a lot of people were having like their whole engine run super duper fast or super duper slow because of monitor FPS issues. So it's good that they got that fixed. Fixed the movement route changes. Okay. Fix an issue that causes if the plugin manager is directly closed in the title bar. Change. Okay, so if they hit cancel or escape, it fixed an issue where some people's changes weren't being saved. They've updated, or they fixed a pixie.js command for WebGL mode. Didn't notice that, but I'm sure some people did. Fixed states being removed when failing to escape battle. That should have been fixed from the beginning. I'm glad you guys got that in there. Fixed the scroll bar and show text when a batch entry is checked. I didn't even know that was bugged. I never tried it with batch entry. Fix the position of index and image selector. Okay. Fix save deleting bug when a game fails to save. That's definitely something you wanted to fix. A save deleting bug. Fix actors set to auto battle will only. Yeah, there was a couple of like AI issues where you would wonder why is it. Why is the AI so dumb? But they fixed some of the AI. That's good. Remember command selects the wrong skill. They fixed that. Auto tiles don't function the same as our RPG Maker VX Ace. So let me see. They fixed the auto tiles don't function. So I don't know what this means exactly. If they fixed it so that now they don't function the same as VX Ace, maybe somebody can let me know what's up with that. Auto tiles in MV, I always liked it. I didn't even notice a bug in that. Fixed side view battler bug, the guard pose. There was a bug there. There's a lot of problems that I didn't even notice. So fixed an issue that caused JSON files to not automatically update when changed. That's a problem that definitely needed to be fixed. Very good job. Thank you guys so much for that. Implemented new features. Yes. Implemented onion skin in the animation editor. What is that? Onion skin. Implemented plugin help everywhere. Nice. Re-implemented RPG Maker 2003's classic class change option. The keep level feature. Cool. We got a new engine function. There's actually a few things I should suggest. Implemented message box and plugin parameters icon set viewer. Awesome. Implemented confirmation dialog on event, database, and plugin manager. So we have a cancel button now. We're going to go over the engine as soon as we get done here. Re-implemented the resource manager. Some people were asking for this. I personally didn't care too much if it had it or not because I would open up the game folders and add files that way. But it's cool now that it'll automatically copy paste. You've got a built-in UI functions to do that. Implemented return home end buttons for navigating event pages. You could always use the jump too, but I'm glad that this is back in, or added rather. Implemented a tool to remove unused resources. There was actually a third-party tool that did this, so it's cool that they have this built in now. Additional Yes, more generator parts. I'm gonna go check those out too before this video's over. Additional plugins, slot machine, touch UI, gotcha book. What is that? Gotcha and novel message. I have an idea what this is probably like for what Yanfly's plugins did, where you can show as many visual novel type text boxes, like larger command lines with more rows and stuff. Resources compressed. That's always good because it's going to allow more games to fit on your phone and your tablet without running completely out of space. Let's fast forward this song. All right, so cool. Lots of new changes and new updates. Well, we're going to address how to update your project, because I know many of you already have projects. You don't want to start a new project because MV came out with a new, update. So we're going to go over how to update your existing projects so that they're completely up to date with all these fixes. Let's take a look at. Well, we should probably go over one thing. If you're unsure how to update it, just load Steam and then go to your downloads, and it should automatically be down. It should do the auto updates. If it's not, if auto updates aren't enabled, you want to just check for updates on the product. So, should be somewhere here. Search around, and you'll find check for updates. Mine are automatically update. Once it's updated, you're just gonna relaunch the application. You're gonna notice we have a new folder, a new button up here. The resource manager has been re-implemented. So if you want to import files into a certain folder, you could just browse your hard drive and then add them right inside the MV engine. You no longer have to go to game, open folder, open another folder, copy, paste those in the correct folder. So it's going to save some people a little bit of time, and a lot of people like this function from previous versions, so it's cool to have that back in there. I think we have to update our JS files in order for the next things to happen, and instead of doing this off camera, I thought I would do it on camera for you guys so you can be sure not to mess up your projects. So what we're going to do, like I said at the beginning, go to game, go to open folder, and we're going to keep this folder open right here. We're going to go to the JS folder, but we're going to keep that one open. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to save our project. And we're going to create a new project. Doesn't matter what you call it. We're going to call it temp because we're going to end up deleting this. Whatever location you want. Create a new project really quickly. I think, I think I noticed that it's going faster. So it's probably because they've compressed all of the stuff so that it runs faster. Okay, we've got our new project. What we're going to do is we're going to go to game, open folder. Now we should have two separate folders open. We'll have our game project that we're working on, and we'll have the new project right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a backup before we do any changes. It's always good to create a backup. So what we're going to do is go in. This is our original. We can see the Legend of Driftwood, and we can see temp right here. What we're going to do inside of the Legend of Driftwood is we're going to create a new folder. It won't hurt to have another folder in here. The game's not checking it, so it doesn't really matter. But if you do export a new, if you're going to deploy, you might want to remove this to save space. But what we're going to call this is backup. All capitals. We're going to call that backup. So inside of our JS folder, what we're going to do is we're going to copy the entire thing. So the folders and everything, libraries, plugins, everything, because this is the folder that we're going to be editing. We're going to right click copy. Actually, you can exclude these two if you want to, but I'm going to copy them all because it's not going to be too huge. Copy all of that. Go into your backup folder and just paste them in there. Remember not to cut. We're copying now. So it's 8 megabytes, 7.5, because I have a ton. It'll probably be less for you. No big deal. So we've got our backups in case we do anything that changes a file that we didn't want. We can always just bring back this backup. We can bring these backup files into our JS folder that we've modified. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to go into the JS folder of our new temp project, JS. And remember, this is after you've updated. Make sure you update and then do this, otherwise it's not going to change anything. What we're going to do is we're going to left click right here, and then we're going to hold down shift, and we're going to left click right here. So the top, hold down shift, left click the bottom. Now what we're going to do is hold down the control button, and we're going to left click on plugins. So we're not going to include the plugins, because if we look at this right here on side of our news, we're going to view news. It says except plugins.js, so it doesn't overwrite your plugin manager parameters for your current project. So they even stress that right there, right in the beginning. So that's what we're going to do. Open this up. Open this up. This is our original game. This is our temporary game. We've got all of these JS files except for plugins.js. Once we've got all those highlighted, we're going to right-click that. We're going to copy this. Okay, now we're going to go over into our project, and we're going to right-click, and we're going to paste, and we're going to tell it to overwrite, unless you've modified these, in which case you would exclude the ones you've modified, or maybe go into it and figure out what was changed and then do the modifications to the updated file. Like I said, if you've done the backup, it doesn't matter if we replace, because we already have a backup of the original. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy and replace. Copy and replace. We can select do this for the next conflicts, because we're not doing the plugins.js one. Keep that in mind. But we have a backup in case we did. We can bring our other one back in there. Now that we've got these updated to the new version, we can actually delete that other project, our temp project. I'm going to do that later. But what we need to do is reload our game. So we're going to close this project. We're going to open up our original game project. And now our JS files are going to be updated. So when we run the game, all of those bug fixes are going to take effect into our game that we created a long time ago. We're going to have the 1.1 MV engine complete with all the new updates inside of our game that we created however many months ago. Let's take a look at the new generator parts. So we have new skins and new stuff for our character generator. I can already notice that they've applied like textures. Look at these textures. Wow. Nice. That is cool. Okay, what about here for new hairs? It looks like we have a bunch of... Wait, that's new. Yeah, I don't think I've seen that. Maybe they've been around. Rear hair. We got a mohawk. That's new. Beards. Do we have any new beards? Did we even have beards before? I don't think we did. Oh, yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. Never mind. No new ears. New eyes. Definitely. Oh, wow. That is creepy. We've got new eyes. Cool. Look at those eyebrows. Oh, my God. Okay. New noses. All right, we've got the Michael Jackson nose. Too soon? It's always too soon. Oh, that one's cool. Look at that. Let's get rid of the beard. Yeah. It reminds me of, like, Zale. Or no, who is it? Waka. I don't even know. New mouths. New mouths. Ooh. It looks like a Dragon Ball Z character almost. With the face. We just need the hair. Let's find the hair for Dragon Ball. Well, we're just going to keep going down. This video is going to go too long. New beast ears. Cool. We've got new tails. We got a raccoon tail. You can see it right here in the... Neat, neat. New wings. Oh, look at these. Yes! This is awesome. Like that. We got bat wings. We've got like some pixie wings. Or butterfly wings or whatever. We've got some new clothing options. Really awesome. Really awesome. The shirtless look. The barbarian-esque type look. Yes. He looks so manly. Oh, we got a scarf now. Instead of like different cloak options. Oh, yeah. That looks sinister. Wait, we need to add those wings. Let's add these wings. Yes. And you know what makes them look even more vicious is these panda ears. We got to keep those because they're so vicious. New clothing options. New cloaks, accessories, skull patch. We're going to keep that one. We got horns. We got some horns now. We got a hipster hat. That's cool. Some different glasses. Cool. So we've got new options, guys. Really cool for the character generator, new update. And basically just seeing an update like this, it gets me so excited because you can tell that they're actually working on this. This isn't just, you know, they make it and then they forget about it. They're constantly updating it and working out bug fixes, and they actually care, guys. They care about their software, which is really cool. So keep up the great work, everybody involved. I love the new character generator parts, the bug fixes. People are definitely going to appreciate it for that. I'm going to continue to promote you guys on the podcast. RPG Cast coming up this weekend, so we got episode 3 coming up. Stay tuned for that. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions about this new version 1.1, MV Engine. Let me know in the comments below if you have any special requests, suggestions, things, comments, any things you'd like to say. Let me know. Remember to like, favorite, share, and subscribe if you like this sort of content. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being awesome, and we will see you in the next episode.